Ripple and the Central Bank of Singapore, public chain XRPL, trillions coming to it. Along with that, inflation numbers coming in higher than expectations. Lastly, I want to talk to you about some updates for this channel, guys. A lot to put out. Make sure you stay till the end. All I ask is if you do like talking about XRP, type an X in the comment section, click that like button. Let's get into it. I do hope you're all having a great day out there, as we are seeing a small pullback, about 5% here today on inflation numbers, coming in higher than expectations, about 3.3% high. 3.3% is what it's risen to, which of course is higher than expectations. Has the market a little bit spooked here today. This is a short pullback, a little bit of volatility in the market. This is something we've seen time and time again. Likely we'll see a lot of people commenting negative comments here today, complaining about price action. I'm going to tell you exactly what's coming to the public chain XRPL, because it's not just the private chain that's working with banks and that's going to be utilized at mass scale, is also the public chain that's going to see trillions flow into it over the coming years. So here today, yes, we did see 100 million liquidated, wiped out from the cryptocurrency market in the past 24 hours. And so it's very risky in this market in general with the volatility, but still what we've seen here lately is a lot of investors, new investors coming in and trying to short the market, trying to long the market with high leverage plays. So it's just something you got to look at and being careful. And now, enabling institutional adoption with technological innovations. This is a article that came out talking about Project Guardian, Central Bank of Singapore, and the public chain XRPL. And I'm going to briefly discuss what was put in this, and I'm also going to link it in the description below so you can go through and read the whole thing, which I do recommend because there's a lot of good information in it. But I want to discuss this part right here: enabling institutional adoption with technological innovations. They write, as tokenization gains traction, technologies that address compliance and security challenges are helping institutions adopt these networks more confidently. Public blockchains like the XRPL now include features that can help financial institutions meet regulatory requirements more easily, such as tools for verifying counterparties, reversing fraudulent transactions, and managing secure digital identities. These advances are making transactions safer and better aligned in anti-money laundering and other financial regulations. At the same time, technologies that improve blockchain interoperability are making it easier to move assets across networks, reducing market fragmentation and enabling cross-platform strategies. And so they're talking a little bit about the capabilities and interoperabilities of the XRPL public chain here. This is a Central Bank of Singapore. We recently talked about how things are heating up over in Japan. This is the Singapore Central Bank, by the way, that is working with Ripple, working with Project Guardian. But we recently talked about Japan and how things are heating up. We recently saw SBI Holdings, which is one of the biggest partners, oldest relationships of Ripple, a massive conglomerate, right? Many banks within their network. They are looking to have an XRP ETF, and we talked about that last week. And I believe they are going to take a similar strategy like what Michael Saylor has with Bitcoin and just start buying up XRP, hoarding XRP, not just for the ETF, but for themselves. As we really start to see things take off, this is one of the things that is really going to bring a ton of value to XRP. Now, here's the Bank of Singapore, Central Bank of Singapore, talking about 19 trillion coming to public chains in the coming years, and XRPL getting a huge piece of it. So that's why I'm saying when we have just an absolute insane amount of capital coming our way as investors, because we hold XRP, right? We hold XRP and it stands to benefit more so than any other digital out there in this space because of these relations, because of what is happening with the banking system, central banks going forth and saying, hey, this XRPL public chain actually will revolutionize the world. And Ripple's been able to put this chain front and center. And so there's a lot of FUD out there a lot of times about whether the private chain is only needed and the public chain won't be needed, and so our XRP will be worthless. Well, a couple things. CTO David Schwartz has explained this in detail in the past, but we have to understand, and Monica Long, the president of Ripple as well, we have to understand there's bridging capabilities here. But the public chain and the private chain, they both have their benefits. And so I'm going to, again, put that in the description. Singapore taking tokenization. This is what Ripple writes. Taking tokenization from pilots to real-world adoption, advancing regulated finance, and greater access, efficiency, and market maturity. Absolutely beautiful stuff. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback here today, about 5% for XRP. Nothing to worry about. Short volatility. This, I believe, is 100% the time to prepare as we await, and it's not going to be that long. Let me know when you think those ETFs are going to get approved. I believe it's coming in October, but now with that case behind us, the Ripple and SEC case behind us, we have a clear path, and we are going to see those ETF inflows come in a big way. We're going to see XRP really soar, take off. And so that is why I say and state day to day, it's important to stay focused, locked and loaded, know what you hold with XRP. Now, along with that, some updates. I'm going to have some giveaways going on coming to the channel. A decent wallet, which allows for self-custody. I know a lot of you know that I've partnered with them. They have great wallets. I use them for self-custody, and I do recommend them. I do have discounts for them. But they reached out to me last night saying they're going to send me some wallets for free to pass out to the community. So we're going to look at some sort of, I'm trying to get some ideas together on some sort of giveaways on how to do the giveaway. And I'm also partnering with a couple exchanges for trading. A lot of people want to learn how to trade better and know how to take advantage of this very volatile market we have happening right now, the upside and the downside. And so we're going to be talking about that, some tournaments and stuff like that coming to the channel a lot. We are going to be bringing you in value. And as always, guys, I do appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please don't forget to turn on those notification bells. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you all in the next one.